Back to our top story now. The Bureau of Meteorology has confirmed what Australia's farmers and producers fear most, an El Nino event. That means hot and dry conditions, which bring increased fire danger and big challenges for farmers. So joining us live now, the CEO of Rural Aid Australia, John Warlters. John, good to see you. Thanks for your time this morning. So just outline some of the challenges, if you wouldn't mind, that farmers will face here. For those who probably aren't aware.
Thanks, Peter. And I guess the hot weather we've had these last few days is really just potentially a preemptor of what we might be able to expect right through the summer with El Nino now officially declared. For so many farming families, it'll bring back those memories of what they endured when we had that last drought, a drought that ran for 5 years from 2015 right through to 2020. And the other really critical part about it is if we do go into a drought again, it's not so long ago that we've just come out of floods, we've come out of bushfires, and we've come out of drought again. So it's those compounding multiple disasters really take their toll financially and emotionally on farming families and rural.
Yeah, so that's the big one. I mean, it's your lack of water. You can't water the crops. You can't water the animals. It's increased costs to get feed in, etc.
Absolutely. There's so many trucks with fodder on the roads right now, all heading around New South Wales and Queensland in particular to get fodder to livestock as a result of the dry conditions. At Rural Aid, we're delivering a 250% increase in emergency water deliveries to families whose tanks have run dry already.
Wow.
We've got an ambition to get 500 water tanks to families by 2025, and we're well on the way to that. And unfortunately, the circumstances that we're confronting are just heightening the need for that infrastructure in the tanks to be filled with water.
I mean, we all talk about the resilience of our farmers. Some of the best people, some of the strongest people that we have in this great country of ours. But I mean, they would have known that eventually an El Nino would come back. So how would they have been best preparing for it?
Farmers are realists. You're absolutely right there, Peter, and they're practical and they think ahead. One of the key things is obviously being growing crops for fodder and storing that fodder so that they have a reserve when things do get dry and difficult. A large number of producers have also been lightening the number of stock on their properties to manage that dwindling feed available to those livestock. So we're seeing those twin things happening at the moment, and we'll continue to see that happen as this summer unfolds and that hot, dry weather does really start to come through.
Okay, John, really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you for joining us, and the best of luck for our farmers who are going to have some difficult conditions that they'll be facing for the next few months at least.